Where's my light? Hey guys, welcome back to Project DIY. Alright, so obviously I'm gonna be mounting the light here. It's missing a freaking light. I don't know why these houses from late 50s, 60s, 70s, or maybe even later, some of the bedrooms, they don't have a light here. I mean, what? But what I find out is that this thing here controls actually the outlets over there. If you turn on this, it'll turn on the outlets. And it's designed that when you have a bed here, you can put like a lampshade like this over there. So when you walk in, you open up and it'll turn on the lights over here on both sides of the bed. So here's the lamp I just put together that I got at Habitat or Goodwill or Salvation Army. You can find this for cheap. I got this for 20 bucks. Look at this, 20 bucks. I got my ladder ready to go. So my plan here is to find somewhere in the middle, and you do this by getting like one point to the other point here, and then getting that point to this point, and you kind of find where the middle part is. It's not going to be exactly in the middle because depending on where the beams go through the roof on the house here is where I'm going to attach the hanger, which is this here. So that's going to be attached on the beam, and then the ceiling fan can hang on it. I'm not going to be using the retractable fixtures that you can install between beams. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to straight drill through the beam. Alright, up in the attic, here's what the situation looks up top here. This is the top of the room. I don't want to be exactly in the middle of the room. I just want it to be somewhere in the middle where I can get either to this beam or maybe this beam, like to hook up the fixture I just showed you. So that's what I'm actually focusing on. And there, of course, if you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, there's a fixture that can hook up across two beams, as you can see here. So you mount that, and then it will have like a middle fixture that you can, you know, pop a hole from below and mount the light on that. Like the ceiling fan, you can mount it on that fixture in the middle. But I'm not gonna do that, like I said. I'm just gonna use a small fixture that I have and screw it underneath the beam here. And as far as electricity goes, as you can see the room over there, here's the light switch, and what I'm gonna be doing is drilling a hole right here on top and run the cable from the switch to the ceiling fan. I will check where we can get the actual power from. I believe the power comes to the switch, and then from the switch it separates to the outlet. Alright, so after measuring with the tape from that corner to this corner over here, that's where the middle of the room is now for the ceiling. So from here we can see if we have like a beam going through this way or through this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill something small through here and then go upstairs and see where it landed. So because this might not be the right position where I want to put my fixture, I'm gonna use like a small drill bit. I'm gonna drill through, and I'm gonna use a hanger where I straighten it up, and I can push this through and go upstairs and look at where it landed. Alright, so up here in the attic we can see that it was only about 2 inches off from one of the beams here. We can drill a hole right next to it and run our electrical cable through. Alright, we don't need this anymore, so we can push this down. We'll make some room here. The light switch is somewhere about here, and the hole we need to drill is gonna be somewhere in here. So if you can follow these other beams, it's usually right on the wall. Okay, so I can see a 2x4 here. Here's the gap, and here's another gap. So which means this is right above the wall. So we can make a hole right here in the middle, and this should go straight to the light switch below. Alrighty, so here's our wall. It's with the wall where the light switch is, and it's gonna run to the ceiling fan in the middle of the room. And here we can put our hanger. Just like this, okay, and through the hole we can run our electrical cable to the ceiling fan. Okay, so the fan is up, and now we're gonna take a look at the switch itself. We're gonna open it up and see how the existing wirings connect to the ports down there. And what I wanna do is I wanna make those ports, those outlets, to stay hot. And this switch is gonna be only for the ceiling fan. All right, let's get to it. So right now it's hot. We can test it with a tester. Okay, so here's how I determine which breaker it is once I run downstairs and turn off the breaker. Is I'm gonna put this in here and I'm gonna leave it on there, making this sound. So when I go downstairs and flip each breaker, I can hear the sound from downstairs if it's the actual this switch or a different switch I'm breaking the power to. All right. Make sure it doesn't have power. This beeping, it's actually because inside it has like little moving parts, so if you shake it too much, it'll give you like a false reading. But all you have to do is just touch a wire. We'll get close to it. And as we can see, there's no power. Okay, with no power on, now we can proceed and untie all the wires and see what's going on there. Okay, so from what I can see is this line that's coming from above is the main power outlet. So, and there's another line that you can see here. So we got a black and white for the one that goes above, and we got the black and another white here that goes straight this way to the two outlets. So we're gonna run another wire and we're gonna hook these two outlets to be permanently hot, and the other wire, which is for the fan, the ceiling fan, it's gonna be hooked up to the switch. Okay, so now we can run the wire through and hopefully we can catch it from here. So let's go for it. All right, so I dropped my wire here through the hole and could feel that I hit something midway while dragging it down there. So I believe that's the case for the switch that I'm hitting on. So I'm gonna go down there again and see if I can kind of like fish it from underneath. Okay, let's see. This case here has like openings that you can open here, and it already had an opening here above. So I'm putting my finger through and feel, oh, I can feel the cable. It landed right on top of it. I'm gonna see if I can somehow fish it through the hole. I'm gonna use a screwdriver and I'm gonna get rid of this here. This doesn't really matter because the cover will cover everything here. And I'm gonna use this opening to see where I'm at. I can already see the cable. And here it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. But it's right here. I'm gonna push it down and there you go. Here it is. Okay. So we got this part now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna curl it up like this, so I won't be able to pull it by accident back out. And now we're gonna go back up there and proceed with the ceiling fan. All right, so from here, we're gonna take this cable and run it through here all the way to that hole there that we created. All right, so run the cable underneath everywhere I could. It's underneath here, it's underneath the AC, and straight to the hole. And here's our wiring again. We can pull some more so we get an easier job. Okay. One more thing, guys, before I continue, is some people might ask why there are 3 wires in this fan. The reason is this is for power and this is for the light only. This is for the light fixture over here. The white one is the neutral, of course, and the blue one is also for power, but it's for the fan. So for the fan itself. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wire the blue and the black. They're gonna be attached together to the power, and the white to the white, neutral to neutral. All I need to do is I can switch off the light here and then come over here and switch on this for the fan. The other way that some people do it is they want to have separately the fan and the light into like 2 switches. There's like a switch and another like where the where you can set, you know, the 1, 2, 3, the power of the fan. You can do this, that's totally fine. But the thing is, for that you don't need to run this wire like a regular 3-pin wire. You need to run like a 4-pin wire, because you want to hook up the blue wire with that to the power. So I'm not gonna do this, I'm going simple, and if I need the fan, I'm just gonna pull on that string there. Now we're gonna figure out how to hook them up. First of all, we can start hooking up the ground wire, which is no matter what, all the grounds stay together. All of them, in any occasion. And then we can fold it back in there. So it can be out of the way. Okay. Now we're left with the ceiling wire up here, with the outlet wire, which is up here, and with our hot wire, the main line, what I call it. So the outlet wire, I will put it together because, like I said, I want them hot all the time. And the ceiling wire, I'm gonna have one hot connected. This one is going to the switch here, and then from the switch I'll have to cut another small piece of wire that comes from this here to over here. Okay, so I made myself a little piece of wire ready, just like this, so it'll be hooked up over here. Alright, and here's the little switch. What it is, I hooked up 2 little small wires, just like this, because it makes the job here easier. Okay, so for a recap, this is for the ceiling fan or light. This here is for the socket. This here is the main line, the power. If I hook up the ceiling, white to white and black to black, the ceiling fan is gonna stay hot all the time. It's gonna be running all the time, or the light will be on all the time. So think of this as a little breaker. All of this is it just breaks the connection. So before I connect, let's say, either the black to the black or the white to the white, all you do is you break the connection with these 2 and these 2. So if I had to put these together, I'll just take these 2 and connect this together. And all it does is break that connection. So it's gonna be looking like this. So here we got the ceiling coming to the power, and we got the ceiling in the back there hooking up with the white of the ceiling, the white of the power, and the white of the outlets. So all 3 wires are together. as well with all three grounds are all together. It's only the power, the hot wire, that is being braked with the switcher. And the brake is only happening on the ceiling part. These two lines here, these are for the outlet, so the outlet will stay always hot all the time. So before we put everything back together in here, we're gonna do the same job on the lamp now, and then test it real quick. Okay, the moment of truth. Well, here we go. Let's check this out. Okay, so the fan is working and the light. Now we can put everything back together. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, or subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.